Hello and welcome to Jimbo's Kitchen, where we say G is for gravy and cake is for kids. Today I'm going to show you how to make a barbecue sundae, which is always a big hit at Super Bowl parties, birthdays, or anytime you want to get together with people that love barbecue. So hang on and let's get started. Okay, that's about how far we want our onions. And put in the 5 slices of bacon we cooked earlier. You don't want this too fine. You want to make sure people know what's in there. And then we're going to add one 28-ounce can of baked beans. I'm using B&M. If you have a favorite brand of beans or if you like to cook your own, feel free. So we're going to simmer this for a while and then add some ketchup and barbecue sauce. So I'm going to add some ketchup. A couple tablespoons. Some barbecue sauce. I use Sweet Baby Ray's for the smoky sweetness. And then I use some Rufus Teague Touch of Heat, which is my favorite barbecue sauce out of the bottle. I don't even doctor it up at all. That's a couple tablespoons of each of those. I almost forgot I use a little bit of molasses. Tablespoon. Then mix that all up good and let it simmer a while. We're going to simmer that down until it gets nice and thick. Now if you have your own favorite championship winning barbecue beans recipe, feel free to go ahead and use that. You want to let these simmer for about 30 minutes or so until they get nice and thick. And then you want to just keep them warm until you put the dish together, or you can make them ahead of time and then just reheat them. So here's the finished consistency of our beans. You want them kind of saucy but not wet. For the coleslaw, I slice a head of cabbage nice and thin on my mandolin. Every once in a while I stop and I chop through it just to shorten up the fibers so they fit in the cup a little better. Once I finish slicing and chopping the cabbage, I put it all in a salad spinner, add about a tablespoon of salt and a tablespoon of sugar, and kind of let it draw the juice out and add some flavor to the cabbage. Okay, while the cabbage is doing its thing, I'm going to go ahead and make the dressing for the coleslaw. I use about a tablespoon of white vinegar. I use probably about half a package of Splenda. One reason being that it's really easy to get it to dissolve. You can use sugar or whatever you like, honey. And then normally I use some horseradish sauce, but my brother-in-law made up a really good horseradish dressing for a roast beef recently, so I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to do about 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And then it's an herb blend called Fine Herbs, or Fine Herbs. That's something I get from Penzeys Spices, which you can get online. They have a lot of really good spice blends. So I'm going to mix that all up. We'll add a little salt and pepper later. So here's the cabbage after spinning it in the salad spinner. And as you can see, there's a lot of water that we drained out of it. If you like your coleslaw soupy, you can skip this step, but I would highly recommend it. So I transferred the cabbage to a bowl after I drained it all out. We put our dressing in. Now this is just about a half a small cabbage. I'm just using this for demonstration purposes. If I were doing a large party of say a dozen people, I would probably use a large head of cabbage and about 3 times the dressing. You can just scale it up. I'm not going to bore you with the peeling, chopping, cooking, and mashing of the potatoes, but I just wanted to show you how I do the simulated ice cream coloring. It's to simulate strawberry and pistachio. Take 1 drop of the food coloring. This is just food colors and egg dye from McCormick. And I start by mixing 1 drop in with a little bit of potato. I add that to my, this is about a 1.5 cups of potatoes. This would be enough for probably 2 or 3 sundaes. Just add this slowly to the potatoes until you get something that looks like strawberry, or with the green you can get something that looks like pistachio. So you might even end up adding all this in, but it has a strong tinting ability, so you want to mix it in good. You don't want to go too far. Too pink or too green is not going to be an appetizing look. So you can get it where we want it pretty quickly, and then you can set this aside and reheat them. I usually microwave them for enough time to get them hot before you assemble them in the glass. And I think you get the idea. That's pretty much it. You want to mix it until it's fully smooth. So these are the glasses, the parfait glasses I got on Amazon. They're not absolutely necessary to make the barbecue sundae, but it is nice to simulate the ice cream theme and to kind of fool the eye into what we're trying to accomplish here. So here I'm sauteing the pulled pork that we made earlier. You can make it ahead of time and refrigerate it once it's pulled. Here we're just trying to add some crispy texture. This is a non-stick skillet and there's no oil in it. Plenty of oil in the pulled pork. So we want to, this is on high heat, and you want to add some texture before we add the barbecue sauce. So now we've got some good browning going on. We're going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. A little bit of yellow mustard. And a little bit of the Rufus Teague touch of heat barbecue sauce that we added to the beans earlier. You don't want to use the same mix that you use in the beans, because you don't want everything to taste the same. Turn this down a little bit. Give it a stir. So I added a little bit more barbecue sauce and a little bit of water to this. You want to make sure that it's moist, but it still has some of that crispy texture from browning it. So we're going to give this a quick taste. Wow, that's delicious. Don't skip the step of crisping up the pulled pork. It gives it a lot of texture, a lot more flavor. By the way, I remembered I had a little bit of bread and butter pickle juice in the fridge that I've been saving, and I added a little bit of that for more moisture. It really adds a nice kick to it, a little sweet, a little sour. So if you have some, do that, and if you don't, forget about it.